Touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. It's the flag. 56. Echo. Watch the anyway.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
65.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Yeah. You don't want none.
Jackson now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Jaguars 14, Raiders nothing. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
44, Mike, 44. It's been a long day for you. Order. 44 is the Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Johnson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Mike's Fofo. You can't block me. 44, 44.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll find Hall. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on second and 10.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Break down. 50 seconds.
Jackson to throw again. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football. And
if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
A loss of 2 there, second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 70, Indy. What's the run? They're running it. Hey, orbit. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here we go on second and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go there. Get the outlaw. Mike 57. 57. Run. Focus, defense, focus. Ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Switch. Go, go. Wahoo.
Now it's Jackson. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On the set. 57 to Mike. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
They'll set up a throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
132 fighter.
Fournette. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hatchet, you go tight. You got tight. You get it.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Jackson back into his end zone. It's complete to Williams.
We play to win. Let's go.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill. 56.
Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. To throw again is Jackson. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Oh, yeah.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
2nd and long. And Diggs has it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 Fs.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Talbot Smith. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on second down. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
56. Mike, 56. 56.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And, oh, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They'll run with Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
70, Indy. Here I come. Here I come. Big rip.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. I'm coming. Check 26. Deuce.
Looking to throw. That will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it third down. You got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. They were looking for Johnson that time. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Second and 9 now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. They'll set up to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey.
On 3rd down, Jackson checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
56. Watch the out. Watch the out.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
218, Chuck.
Again, it's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Darian Conley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line where it's a foot race. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Come on, D! That's it!
Here's Jackson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Jackson. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
You can't stop me.
On third down, Jackson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 44's the mic. 44's Mike. Check, check.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56 right there, right? Go. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 38 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Taylor. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
That's the way. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Echo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the mic. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. On the ball.
Throwing now is Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson And his throw here's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson to throw. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Jackson throwing on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Jacksonville, they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6 and 10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6 and 10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.